So
So
if
meaning
you're
let's say if we have to continue we have to use the same instance you created today. Tomorrow we will not be able to use the same IP address because it's going to stop. It's going to change, right?
yes. So
Okay.
for that, you have to fix that IP address using elastic IP address.
Okay.
So for you, if you create a new account, trial account, so up to the 12 months, 750 hours, you can run the one instance free of cost, and that not the high configuration. One CPU, one GB RAM, you can use it.
Okay.
So like that.
Thank you.
Hi, Raj,
So guys,
got one question. All these modern developers, are they using either Linux machine or Mac machine?
Linux.
Linux, okay.
See, Windows machine and Mac machines, they use for the development purpose. Means for your laptop, it will be having Mac or Windows. Actually, all the entire server is running on the Linux. So operations, production is running on the Linux most of the time, maybe 10% on Windows actually. Mac is used for only for development purpose, not for production purpose.
But mostly you would expect all the developers or the DevOps engineers, they have like a MacBook or using Linux mostly, not Windows, right? Or is not
Depends
true?
actually. Depends on the.
Okay.
For example, some of the company they give you the Windows laptop for
Right.
development. Some of the companies they give you Mac laptop. Many people they say, hey, I am comfortable with the Windows. Many people say I'm comfortable with the Mac. Depends on it.
Okay.
And
It's all about the project.
it looks like most of the software, I don't know, but like some software, it looks like Mac doesn't support a lot of software and stuff. Like when
Yeah.
the other day I was trying to install
Yeah.
mobile XM and I couldn't do it on Mac.
Yeah. Many. The only thing is the ecosystem is built for Windows and Mac. Everything has become a premium. So many people are not comfortable with the Mac because they have never used any other application paid one. And in Windows, you have a lots of free services, free software also, and it's become an operating system for every next household. So it's like that. Okay, so now this is how you can get the compute. Okay, so now next topic is how do we get the storage? So storage means simple. Where do we store the data? And then you will say, Rajesh, while creating a EC2 instance, you had given 8 GB or 30 GB or something. So actually that storage is not for storing the data. The storage AWS gave it to you free of cost, 8 GB and 30 GB. They give it to you free of cost. Why? Because you can run operating system, and for that they are charging you. So storage means if you want to store the data, you should not store in the disk which is you got with the operating system. So where do you store? So you should store in the some additional storage, additional hard disk. So first of all, what are the types of storage available primarily? So here, please remember that you have a block storage, which is object storage, and then file storage. Okay. So block storage, if I tell you here, so I'll put it in a very simple way, attached to your compute. Uh, I will not say attached to your compute. This will be like block storage means laptop storage. It's a block storage. But object storage, or let's say, is like Google Drive. Google Drive, you know that, right? Or Git. Okay. Or Git. So these are the storage. But in AWS, what with the services? We have S3. S3 means simple storage service. That's a full form. And here what we call it a block storage, EBS. EBS is like a kind of laptop storage. Okay, the one which is attached to your motherboard, something like that. So here we call it EBS. And here file storage means something like a network storage, the storage which you are accessing through the network or networking. That means IP address and password, IP address and port number. So network storage is something like you can say EFS in AWS. So here there are few more types actually, but right now you don't need it. So if you want, you have to decide what kind of storage you want. You want the something which is you want EBS block storage or object storage and file storage. By the way, what is the difference between block, object, and file? That is one assignment for you in offline. So now the question is, how do we go about with the working with the block storage? So let me do the demo, small demo for the block storage. So for that, what you have to do, go to the AWS, and all of you see that this option, volume, under the EBS, Elastic Block Storage, EBS. Do you see the volume, all of you?
Yeah.
So this is the place you can get the more volumes actually. So I have a few volumes, just ignore it. And this volume is from the Linux, the one which I created in front of you. And this volume is for Windows. These are the free volumes actually. So this you should not use for the storage. So what you're going to use it. So create a volume. You can create a volume up to the 16 GB actually, 16 TB. Sorry. So while creating a volume, let's say I'm creating a 10 GB volumes. So here they will ask you which availability zone you want it. So see here, think simple always. So this is a one region, and this region is divided into two edges, edges 1 and edges 2. These are the physical location, two different physical location connected through the intranet wire, dedicated wire. Now there's one machine here and one machine here. So when you have a storage, EBS storage, whether you get here or here, tell me where should you get it? Here or here?
Z1.
So you should be in getting edged one, because if you have it here, it will become a network. If EFS will become, see that networking. So it will become a EFS, which is I was talking about here. So yeah, it should the EBS. It will mean same. So the problem here is I don't know my instance which is of Linux, which is in which edges. So I'll just query that. I will ask Linux here. So hey, tell me which edges you are networking. Here is they say, hey, I'm in 1B. So here you should create a 10 GB in one, not 1A, 1B. So these are the small things you have to understand that. And rest of the things is okay. You want to tag it name, Linux demo, whatever it is. Create a volumes. So guys, I created a volumes here, and this one, where's that? This one, Linux demo. Okay, so what to do? 10 GB. So second step you have to do is you have to attach it. Click on it here and still creating, refresh. Click here and click on here and attach it. So attach a volume to which instance? So I think you know that Linux, which is here. And at this location it will be attached. I'm not going to change it, and attach the volumes. Attaching done. Now if you see that, let me improve this view so you can see well. Bold, apply. So this machine is actually sudo happiness lsblk. This is the Linux command to see the block storage, and here it's a 10 GB. In the Windows, the command which we call system disk manager. Disk, see here, create and format disk. This is in Windows, this service. In Linux, we call it LSBLK. So 10 GB you got it, but what you need to do? So you have to format this disk, and after that, mount to some locations. In Windows, you have to format the disk or mount to E drive, F drive, or something like that. So can we do that? So the steps I needed. So I'll ask my blog, AWS EBS. So here, see that here, AWS instance with EBS. Oh, sorry, this is the Terraform. So here it's there. Auto mount how to attach. I think this I need it. Okay, so here created a volume done, attach a volume done, verify whether it's attached or not done. Now I'll check whether it's empty or not. So this command, Linux command, you can check this. It's empty, I know that. Data, if you return, that means it's empty. And after that, you have to create, format this. So how do you do that? MKFS, you can use the driver ext4 or xfx4 and format this. I'm using the ext4. Done. It was 10 GB empty, so it got done. I'm going to create it in the root one directory, new volume, and using this command, I'm going to mount it and done. Now, if you see that here, df-kh, here this is mounted 10 GB. So anything you choose which is stored here, actually it will be stored in that volume. And even though if you delete this EC2 instance, that volume will be there, and you can reattach to the next EC2 instance. So your data will be persistent across the EC2 instance. Are you able to understand that? All of you? Hello?
Yeah, we're
Yes, sir.
here.
Yes. Yeah.
So in a cloud, if you have to like clean up a space, is it the same process of doing it in like any like Red Hat way, like you go into you sit into the mount point and just clean it up? Is the same process?
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
every EC2 instance has a multiple volume attached. You have to see that. So the only thing you have to remember that the volume where you are running that EC2 instance, you should not store anything, because that will be lost when you delete the instance most of the time. So that's not reliable, and this is how you do that. Okay, so now next thing is what we have is object storage. Object storage means Google Drive, something like that. So when you open up account in with a Google, they give you the one storage, one drive actually, one bucket actually. We call it a bucket in AWS. One drive in drive we call it in Google. The size is I think 15 GB with a free account, right? Correct, no?
Yeah.
So in AWS, you can get as many buckets actually, and the size is unlimited, I guess. I'm not able to recall the size, maybe in the TVs actually. So that's the kind of things. So how do we create a bucket? Simple. You have to go to the AWS here, and here type S3. So go to the services storage here. Where is storage? Here it is. Click on this. There's so many storage type we have available. Right now I'm focusing on the S3, which is object storage. So here, object storage is always accessible through HTTP protocol. Mind it, you can't mount it in the system. So these are the storage I am having available, so many actually. So what do we do in this case? So here I'm going to create one bucket. Name of the bucket is November 2022, some unique name. This name of the bucket should be globally unique name actually. Okay, if it's not unique globally, then you'll not be able to create. So I just make it something random globally, and which region you want to create this bucket. So decide the region. I'm okay with the Mumbai region. This is the place where decide the region. So I'll show you this is the region, and rest of the things let it be, and create a bucket. Okay, so here is the bucket. Where is the bucket? Number 2022. This is the bucket. So this is one bucket. The size is like, I'm not able to recall, so but unlimited you can say. So okay.
Thanks for watching. Want to study further? Join our training programs today.